In today's video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about using Fliki AI, from setting up your account, choosing the right pricing plan, to breaking down all the key features. So whether you're making videos, audio content, or even visual designs, I'll show you how each tool works, when to use it, and who it's really for. So if you've been wondering whether Fliki is the right tool for your content creation workflow, this video should give you a clear picture and help you decide. Alright, so first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go here into the website of Fliki by using the link in the description. Once you're here, we're now going to set up our account. So you want to click here on sign up if you don't have an account yet, or log in if you already have one. In my case, I don't have one, so I'm going to click here on sign up. And then basically from here is that we just need to provide our login details to create our Fliki account. So either by Google account, Apple, or with email. So depending on your choice. Once you're done logging in or signing up, you will now be prompted in here into the homepage of Fliki inside your account. And from here, before we dive into all the features of Fliki, let's first go here into upgrade and discuss the pricing plans, because this is essential if you'd want to use Fliki on your real projects. And by the way, if you don't want to get one of these plans as I'm discussing it, is that you can use our link and our code in the description, which is an affiliate link. In that way, you'll be also be able to support our channel. It's completely optional, up to you if you want to support us. And then also we'll be putting out some exclusive deals and bonuses, so make sure to check it out. So in here we have the standard plan. So the standard plan is $28 per month and $14 if billed annually. And what's even better is that they have a summer special sale as of this date. So it might be different depending on the time that you are watching this video. So you can just go here and see if they have any sale. Or you can also check our description. Next is that let's discuss the monthly and yearly. So if you go for yearly, you'd be able to get this discount. As you can see, this is only on annual plans. And then instead of 28, you'd get half of that. And same goes for premium. So your card will only be charged $168 per year and $528 for premium. So that is a huge save if you go for yearly compared to when you go monthly without a discount. And yeah, so here in the standard plan is that this includes 2,160 minutes of credits per year, which is approximately 180 minutes per month, allowing you to produce 1080p videos up to 15 minutes in length. And then you also get access to 1,000 voices, including 150 ultra realistic and 50 studio quality, plus features like voice cloning, custom voices, AI avatar, and voice translation to over 80 languages. This also allows water-free mark videos with commercial rights, use of premium media assets, and sharing via preview links, making it ideal for individual creators and marketers looking to scale well beyond basic output. And next is that we have the premium. So this provides a massive 7,200 minutes of credits per year, which is approximately 600 minutes per month. Supporting videos up to 40 minutes, perfect for long-form content, training, or webinars. Expands your creative toolbox with 2,000 voices and including 1,000 plus ultra realistic and 350 plus studio quality, plus full access to AI avatars, photo avatars, multiple brand kits, custom fonts, API access, voice cloning, and many more. So this also comes with priority support, faster exports, and water-free videos with full commercial rights, a powerhouse plan for agencies, educators, or anyone producing high volume and polished content. So now, which one should you choose? You want to choose standard if you are creating regularly on social clips or explainer videos and want quality videos, HD output, and basic avatar tools. And you want to upgrade to premium if you are building courses, e-learning content, or managing client projects, especially when you need voice cloning, longer videos, avatars, and faster support. Then premium is definitely the one for you. All right, so by now you should have an idea on which plan you should get here in Fliki. So now let's close it out and now let's proceed into the features. So first, you want to go here into the homepage where you'll see all the core features here in Fliki. And from here, we have the video section, audio section, and design. So first, we'll be discussing the video section and we'll go here into idea. So you want to click on that. And then this idea option basically helps you go from a simple concept to a full video script using AI. Just input a rough topic and Fliki will generate structured narration and visuals, ideal for beginners or content creators who struggle with writing scripts from scratch. So in here, we'll be undergoing all of these processes right here. As you can see, we have 5 steps. So we'll be going through each one so that you'll be able to know on what each step has or what you would be able to do. And basically, it would apply to the others as well. So the same steps would keep appearing right here. So you'd have to do the same thing with the other options right here. So that's it. So now let's go for the prompt here on idea. And now I'm just going to go, let's say, a video about the beauty of, let's say, I'm gonna go for Iceland right there in with the highlights of its culture, for example. And next is that you can now select the duration in here, so you could drag this. But in my case, I wouldn't be able to because I am only in the trial plan, so I could only go for 30 seconds right here. So that's why earlier I said that you should get a paid plan if you're using this on real projects. You could also upload additional resources in here if needed. So for example, you would like specific images or videos to be used, you can upload it here. Once you're done, click on next. And then we'll now be proceeding into the template. So this is where you'd be able to pick out the design right here. So we have this one. So you could just choose one of these designs right here. And also the aspect ratio. So what size would you want? Let's say portrait. I'm going to upload this in Reels. And I'm just going to go for, I think I'm just going to go for this one right here. Just a simple video right here. Right there. And next is that you could also go for this one right here with AI models if you want to have a spokesperson. But I think I'm satisfied with this. So I'm going to click here and proceed. Click on next. And next is that we have the language in here. So now you can select the language of your video. So you can go for English or you could also go for other language if you'd want to. So yeah, I'm going to go for English. And then the dialect if needed. And then the tone. So I'm just gonna go for inspiring, and then I'm gonna go for tourism ads, and then I could also go for educational. So you can select multiple, and then audience would be travelers, photographers, and students. And then the script style, you could go for a sample script right here. So you could paste a sample script that represents the style that you want to achieve. Or you could go for a writing style, which and you could just describe the writing style that you'd want on how you want the AI to write out your script. Once you're done, is that you want to click here on next, and then you will now be generating the script. So this is where you'd be able to check if you like the script. If not, then you can also edit this if you don't want to. So here it is. So it's a very short script. That is because we only selected the 30 seconds video clip. So if you go for longer than that, then you'd be able to also have a larger script. And from here, you can go for the formatting of the scripts right here. But in my case, I'll just go for H2. And then you'd be able to see number of characters and then a total of minutes of this content. And then once you're satisfied, you don't want any changes to be made, then you can just click here on next. And now you'll be able to go for the customization. So from here, you can go for the stock medias to be used. You could also go for AI avatars, but that is only on the paid plans. And then you also have the brand kit right here if you'd want to apply your brand. And then the AI media and voiceover. So yeah, These two are only available for paid plans. Once you're done, is that you could also go for voiceover and select one of the voices in here. And some of them are not available because they are only in the upgraded plan, not available for the free plan. All right, now that I'm done, is that I'm going to click here on submit. And from here, it's now initializing, and we will now be prompted into the editor page here in Fliki. So basically, this is where we would be able to freely customize, modify, or edit our video elements, our video parts, and so on, everything right here in our video that has been made by Fliki. So here it is. So now we can just preview this, and we already have some music and it's already well made. So let's play a couple of seconds and see how it goes.
Witness Iceland's raw power. Glaciers carving ancient valleys, volcanoes breathing new earth. The northern lights dance, painting the sky with ethereal hues.
So yeah, that is the video right here. So there are more, but I'm just gonna play half of it just to avoid copyright issues. So yeah, basically this is it. And then you could also go for the scene. You would be able to modify each scene right here, like the media that you use right here, the duration. So there are multiple medias in this scene. You could also change the voiceover for each scene if you'd want to. You could download the voiceover. You could copy, you can delete that, you could add a layer, and many more right here. So you can just feel free to explore the editor. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview. And also here in scene 2, same thing. And then you could also go for avatar if you'd want. So you could also pick one of their avatars in here to talk into your video. So this is very useful for reviews or tutorials. And then you also have some graphics right here. You could have your favorite, your recent, your stock right there. And then you have your media, shape, text, and then you could also record via microphone or your camera. And yeah, you could also go for these things right here. And then also the text, by the way, you could also go and edit this by going for the placement. And then go for typography and so on right there. So yeah, you can edit everything right here. And then once you're done, you can now click here on download. And then you'll now be able to download this into your device and upload it into your social media platforms or however you'd want to use it. So yeah, this is the editor here on Fliki. So basically, you'll be going through here many times. If you go for the different features here in Fliki, then you will be undergoing the same process. So now that we are done, let's go into script. So in here is that basically you just need to undergo this 3 steps. So you have the script, template, and customization. So this is less steps than the ideal one. So just provide your script, template, and customization. And the script here is the script to video feature is where you can paste your own script and turn it into a video with voiceovers and visuals. It's great for marketers, educators, or storytellers who already have content written and just want it visually presented. You can use this for explainer videos, narrated blogs, or video essays. And next is that we have the URL. So again, you have 3-step process. So in here, you can paste a blog post or article link right here and turn it into a video with voiceover and visuals, or you can just go for a prompt. It's great for marketers, educators, or storytellers who already have content written and just want it visually presented. You can use this for explainer videos, narrated blogs, or video essays. You could also go click here on summarize so that you'd be able to go for the duration of your summary of the prompt or the URL that you have provided, and again, additional resources. So in here, you'd be able to go under the 5 steps process, basically the same thing with idea, and you'll also be able to edit the video on the editor at the end. And next is that we have the PPT. So in here, you can upload your PowerPoint file, and Fliki converts it into a narrated video presentation. It's especially useful for educators, trainers, or business professionals who want to share visual decks as videos. This saves tons of time versus recording slides manually. And again, 5 steps process, the same thing that we undergo earlier. And then you can also select the duration, and then add your presentation file after you have provided your prompt. And that's it. And next is that we have the edit. So in here, you can go into editing your videos already. So you can just add your video or audio file to edit. So this option lets you fine tune an existing Fliki video, changing visuals, pacing, voiceovers, and more. Great for perfectionists, content teams, or marketers optimizing multiple drafts. You want to use this to tweak tone, visuals, or timing without rebuilding your video from scratch. You could also click here and summarize if you'd want to make it shorter, and then you can make a prompt right here, like make a 30-second video highlight from the file that you have uploaded. And then again, customization, like what media you'd want to use. We discussed that earlier. And then after that, you'll be prompted into the editor. Next is that we have the record. So in here, you can record your own voice and upload it to sync with visuals in a video. You can use this, which is perfect for creators who want a personal touch instead of using AI voices. It's great for YouTubers, educators, or anyone wanting more authenticity in their videos. So you can record your webcam, screen and webcam, or you could only go for screen if you'd want to. And next is that we have the empty. So basically in here, you'll be starting from scratch. So you just need to go for the file name and then template and customization. So yeah, it's that simple. Next is the audio section. So in here, you have the idea again. So basically the same thing with video, but you'd get less steps right here because this is only audio. And then in here, you can type out a prompt and so on. So this generates an audio script based from a basic idea or topic that you type in your prompt. It's great for podcasters or creators who want fast content without spending time scripting. You want to use this when you need audio narration or a podcast episode draft built quickly. And again, you can set up the duration, additional resources if needed. And next is that you could go for the script. So here in script is that you can paste your own script and basically the same thing with video, and Fliki will now turn it into a natural sounding audio file using AI voices of your choice, which is ideal for voiceovers, podcasts, or audio stories, especially when you already have text content already. And this is perfect for marketers, educators, and content creators who want pro-level narration without hiring a voice actor. And next is that we have the blog, wherein you can provide your URL and then your prompt. And then you could also summarize for options in duration and additional resources. And when you click on summarize, you can see these two steps would appear. So in here, you could just go for the URL and prompt, and this is great for converting written content into audio for listeners, like turning blog posts into mini podcast episodes. This is best for bloggers, brands, or newsletters looking to make their content more accessible. And then again, you have the empty, which is basically just starting from scratch. So yeah, after you have provided the file name and customization, you'll now be prompted into the editor for the audio. And now lastly is that we have the design in here. So this tool helps you create eye-catching thumbnails for your videos or podcasts using built-in templates and AI design support. This would be perfect for YouTube creators, podcast hosts, or marketers who want scroll-stopping visuals without using Photoshop. You want to use this when you need a quick, high-converting thumbnail to boost clicks and views. So this would have 4 steps process, and then you could just input the topic right here to be made by AI. So basically the topic of your video or the title. Next is that we have social. So Fliki can generate social media graphics using this feature, tailored to different platforms like Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn. It's great for promoting your content, building a personal brand, or sharing bite-sized updates. This is ideal for content creators, solopreneurs, and social media managers who need quick, consistent visuals. So yeah, this is where you can edit the number of pages, and then you can undergo the 3 steps. And next is that we have the presentation. So this feature lets you create slide decks with AI-generated layouts and visuals to match your script or topic. Perfect for webinars, client pitches, and educational content. Use this if you want polished, professional-looking slides without spending hours designing. So again, you have the number of pages in here and then the additional resources if you'd want to. And then you could also go for the style and customization right there. And lastly is that we have the empty or from scratch again. So again, you only need to go for the file name and then customization and proceed into the editor of your design. So that's it for the homepage and the core features in here. So now I'm just going to discuss the other menus in here. So these are also essential. So first is the files. So this is where you'd be able to see all the past work that you have done here on Fliki. And as you can see, I have been working here for over a year already, but I'm just making my videos on my other Fliki account. This is my just tutorial account right here. So yeah, basically this is where you could see all the work that you have done or exported in Fliki. And then next is that you can go for the templates. So this is where you'd be able to see the templates for your videos. So you can start with this if you don't want to start with this options in here, like the script, URL, PPT, and so on. So you could also start with the template in here. And yeah, you could select one and then you'd be able to use that on your video, and you could see the sizes that would be available in that template. And then what's neat is that they also have a AI spokesperson presenter right here for your video, especially if you are going for a presentation style video. Next is that we have the voices. So in here, you can clone your voice. So you can create a clone of your voice that sounds just like you. If you don't want to record your voices every time, then this is where you could do it with different voices. And then you could also go for custom if you'd want to generate custom unique voices. This is if you don't want to use the voices that would be available when you are going for the customization process in here, if you remember. So yeah, if you don't want to use the built-in voices in Fliki. Next is that you have the brand kit. So this is where you can set up your brand logo, brand color, and whatever brand elements that you'd want to use in your video. This would be helpful if you have a brand or multiple brands so that you'd be able to tailor your designs of your projects or outputs accordingly. And then we have the team. So in here, you can create content together. You can create a team by clicking here, and then you'd be able to create an organization and then the website, and then you'd be able to invite your team in here to help you in creating or working on your Fliki projects. And lastly is that we have the automations. So in here, you can now integrate Fliki with Zapier, Make, or the API to automatically generate content on Fliki. So this is really helpful if you don't want to make a passive income by just using automated shorts or reels or videos or content in here in Fliki. So you could integrate this with one of these features. So I'm not going to go deep into this one because this is a whole other complex topic. So if you don't want to know more about this, you can comment down below if you don't want me to make a video about it. So in here, no manual work needed. So this is passive. To get started, create an automation key for the platform you want to connect. So this is only available on the paid plan. So yeah, this is it. Basically, on everything you need to know on Fliki, I have discussed every feature that you should know in order for you to start using this effectively. And again, make sure to check out the link in the description and use our link and code. And then you'd also get your exclusive deals and bonuses if applicable as of this date. And if you use that, it would be greatly appreciated because it would help us support this channel. So thank you in advance. But no pressure, completely up to you if you want to use it. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.